Before we begin tonight, let me say this. Faith doesn't always show up dressed in Sunday clothes. Sometimes it shows up tired. Sometimes it shows up late. Sometimes it shows up with questions, with attitude, with fears still wet on your face. This story isn't about perfect believers. It's about real people trying to trust God where the bills are due, the grief is heavy, and the answers feel far away. If you ever whispered, God, I'm tired, but I'm tired. If you've ever believed and doubted in the same breath, if your faith feels more like a flicker than a flame tonight, this story is for you. So take a deep breath, settle your spirit, and listen closely. Because sometimes God sparks loudest through ordinary moments, on ordinary streets, with ordinary people who are still choosing to believe. Now, let's begin. Our sleep story tonight is entitled Faith on Bus 14. The rain that had sideways slapped to it, the kind that don't care about your umbrella or your edges. Maya stood under the bus stop on Jefferson and 79th, hugging her thin coat tight like it might hold her life together. Her phone buzzed again. It was the landlord. Eviction notice posted. You have 72 hours. Maya swallowed hard. Jesus, I don't even know what to say anymore. She hadn't said his name out loud in months. Not since the funeral. Not since the job cut. Not since Faith started feeling like a luxury item she could no longer afford. Bus 14 finally hissed to a stop. Brakes screaming like they were tired too. Maya climbed on, dropped in her last $2.50 and slid into a seat near the back. Her mascara had given up the fight and she didn't even bother fixing it. Across the aisle sat Miss Loretta, mid-60s, silver locks, wrapped in a purple scarf, Bible peeking out of her tote bag like it had somewhere to be. Miss Loretta glanced over. Baby, life hitting you hard or you just wearing it real heavy today? Maya let out a humorous laugh. Is it that obvious? Miss Loretta smiled soft. Pain always tells on us, especially when we're trying to act like we fine. The bus lurched forward. Maya stared out the window, buildings blurring. I did everything right, she said quietly. Went to church, tithed, prayed, worked hard, and still, her voice cracked, still lost my mama, still lost my job, still might lose my apartment. Miss Loretta nodded like she'd heard this song before. Faith ain't about doing everything right and God handing you a prize, sugar. Maya turned towards her. Then what is it about? Because I'm tired of believing just to keep getting disappointed. Miss Loretta opened her Bible, but didn't read it. She just rested her hand on it like an old friend. Faith is trusting God when it don't make sense, especially then. Maya scoffed. Trust don't pay rent. Miss Loretta chuckled. No, but faith will open doors rent can walk through. The bus stopped suddenly, jolting them forward. Miss Loretta continued. Let me tell you something. 5 years ago, I was sleeping in my car, church usher by day, homeless by night. Didn't tell nobody. Still praised, still showed up. Maya's eyes widened. You? For real? For real, real. She leaned closer. One night I said, God, I don't even need the whole answer. Just show me you still here. And? Maya asked. And the next morning, a woman I barely knew offered me her basement. Month later, a job. Year later, keys. She tapped the Bible. Faith didn't move fast, but it moved faithful. Silence settled between them as the rain beat the windows. And then the bus pulled to a stop. A man stumbled on, hoodie soaked, shoes worn, thin, eyes hollow. He dropped into the seat behind Maya and muttered, Man, God forgot about me. Miss Loretta turned around immediately. Baby, God don't forget. We just stopped listening. The man laughed bitterly. Yeah, well, I've been praying 3 years and still sleeping on couches. Maya surprised herself by turning around. I've been praying too, she said, and I'm mad as hell. Miss Loretta smiled wide. Good. God can handle mad. What he can't work with is silence. The man nodded slowly. So what you saying? I'm saying faith ain't pretty, Miss Loretta said. It's gritty. It shows up with tears on his face and still says, God, I'm here. The bus slowed near Maya's stop. She stood, heart pounding. Miss Loretta, can you pray for me? Miss Loretta stood too, right there on the bus. Baby, I've been waiting on you to ask. She took Maya's hand. Heads turned. Nobody cared. Lord, Miss Loretta prayed, you see this daughter. You see her fear, her faith that's tired but still breathing. Remind her that you are not late, you are not absent, and you are not finished. Maya felt something crack open in her chest. Not fixed, not solved, but softened. And when she stepped off the bus, the rain had slowed to a mist. Her phone buzzed again. It was an unknown number. Hi, Maya. This is Denise from the community center. A position just opened up. Someone gave me your name. Maya froze. She whispered, God. Behind her, the bus pulled away. And through the foggy window, Miss Loretta waved and mouthed, Told you. Maya laughed through tears. Faith didn't come back loud. It came back real. And for the first time in a long time, Maya walked home believing, not because everything was fixed, but because God had shown up right on time. That's our Christian story for tonight. Now, take a deep breath in, hold it, and release all the worries, all the fear. Just blow it out. God is real and his timing is perfect. So you stay encouraged and sleep knowing that God hears you and he's always right on time. That's it for the Satin Exhale Experience. God bless you and God keep you. Good night.